Good morning, everybody. So this I'm gonna insert this clip because as I was sleeping and like as I was waking up in the spirit, I was like thinking about the video that I did yesterday, and I'm like, man, I couldn't say it, the words that what's really like in my spirit, that was really on my heart. And I feel like I have a better way to just articulate it, which I'm gonna go ahead and say that, and then I'm gonna say whatever words came after that. So I'm sitting here trying to tell y'all so bad the reason why I came off of the internet. And the things I was saying some stuff, but this what it is. Like, I'm a mental health advocate, and I preach and I teach on not just the importance of mental health, but the specific things that kind of like hinder us in general. And then just not only that, like I have my own personal diagnosis that I feel that God allowed me to be in the neighborhood of these diagnoses for me to be able to fully comprehend and bring back the data for truth of this of these things. And then on top of the worldly views of mental health, I've been in spiritual battle for a long time, and God allowed me to gather understanding of the spiritual battle. So as I'm on the internet and I am making content or posts or videos, it's not just content. It's not just for views. It's not just to get the video done. It's to get the video done for myself because I need to put out the truth. And anytime you are speaking truth, the world wants to limit how much truth you are able to speak without you are being the one to look crazy, or without just whatever the world is going to throw at you. And I came off the internet so that I can live in truth, rather trying to be like, I'm trying to tell them the truth, or I'm trying to get help. I'm trying to tell them what I'm really going through and what's really going on behind closed doors, so they can know the truth. So that they don't look at me like, oh, Quay is this perfect person. She's talking about this. I am so imperfect, and that's the reason why I'm able to talk about it. And so anyway, these were some things that woke up in my spirit. And in fact, God is so good. I wake up, I feel and I see these things in my spirit, but my human body and mouth definitely gives me a limit on the things that I'm able to articulate at times. So as I woke up, I was just seeing things of my old life, and I that happens to me all the time. So I wake up in prayer, I wake up meditating, I wake up counseling, denouncing, rebuking, and denouncing and coming out of agreement with any demons that I had been agreement in the time period that I saw myself in my visions when I'm looking back at my old life, and also kind of seeing the specific demons that were attacking me in those periods of time. So as I mentioned, I have been under attack by the spirits of manipulation, deceit, illusion, and narcissism or whatever, as well as the Jezebel spirit, the sex demons and lust and stuff like that. So with that being said, as I woke up, and I'm rebuking and, you know, thanking God, praising him. Thank you, God, for accepting me, for loving me, loving me from what I've been through, choosing me, and, you know, calling me and walking with me through the coming out of the drugs, coming out of using sex to cope, coming out of whatever, all that stuff I was coming out of, coming out of agreement with those demons rather than waiting on him. And so, with that being said, as I wake up, and the word of the day is in Jeremiah 32:27, y'all. I'm not even completely done with my Bible study because I'm just like, I wanted to hurry and say this before the words go away. And I probably shouldn't think like that, because when I'm walking with God, I shouldn't have to chase anything or be in fear that I gotta hurry and do something before it go away. But I just really wanted to do this while it was fresh in my spirit. And so the word is saying that, behold, I am the Lord, the God of flesh. Is there anything too hard for me? Question mark. No. There is nothing at all that is too hard for Jesus or our great Lord Jehovah or the Holy Spirit inside of us to conquer, to walk us through. We're not going to automatically be over the rainbow and around the corner from our problems. We're going to be in the midst of the problems with full comprehension and downloads of revelation and data and knowledge from the Holy Spirit itself, which is complete truth. And with that being said, I was just kind of in my phone, and I don't know why I was like being led to do all of this stuff, but I was looking at photos, I was looking at pictures of myself. It's been a year and about 2 months of me coming out of my divorce, coming from my mom dying, my dogs dying, and moving to another state to start over. But as I was doing so, there were so many lies that was circulating. And it was like, it's stuff that I had no knowledge of. Like, for an example, I'm in a marriage trying to make the marriage work. And there were so many people coming around constantly. Every time I woke up in my house, there were people in my house. I could not be a woman in my own home because of the amount of people who had so much access to my house. Every time I tried to communicate with my husband, he can't never talk because there was so many people he's trying to get back to that's already in the house. Even on our wedding anniversary, it's like, I'm thinking we're about to have a wedding anniversary, and he calling me on the phone from already handling important business, and he calling me, oh, I'm finna go pick up this girl and bring her back to the house so we can do some music. I'm like, it's our wedding anniversary, and basically there are so many things going on. But the more, if I try to feel like, why are all of these things going on? What is happening? Why are you not coming home to be a husband to your wife? It's like, the more I would question things or speak up, oh my God, Quay always tripping. And then he would tell people that I'm always tripping. And I'm like, if you were married to your husband and he's doing these things, and it's not just that you're tripping, but I'm only communicating. And then it was the same way that so basically the demons that I've been facing, they try so hard to take away my voice when I communicate with people. And it's just like, I could be saying something so clear as day, and it's being transmitted differently or received as if something other than what I'm actually saying. So I got really upset about, you know, trying to communicate with people and trying to tell people stuff, real things that's going on, and expecting them to actually hear me. And I deleted my relationship with everybody of the world, almost everybody, but except for like one or two people. And I didn't even talk to them for a while. I was like, look, I gotta do what I gotta do for God and for me, and I can't have any human interaction with people. I have to fast because it just as so many things that I'm doing, it's getting manipulated. I don't even trust the food. I don't even want to eat. I don't want, could not trust people, places, or things, and it developed a strong sense of paranoia. And as I got this paranoia, y'all, I go to therapy. I have a psychiatrist. I am on diagnosed with anxiety, depression, PTSD. I was once diagnosed with personality disorder, which was false. I was always experiencing other people trying to steal my identity and other people trying to impersonate me. But on the other side of that, everybody want to be an influencer. But it's like, when you are just who you are in real life and people see you and they mimic you and they try to be you in levels that you see what they're doing, down to the way you dress or do certain things, you wear your makeup, you wear your jewelry, you just being yourself, the way you talk, the way you laugh, and then other people are mimicking that. And it's just like, it really has you over there questioning yourself, because of also the fact that these people who steal these things from you, they talking about you behind your back to try to get people to get away from who you are, so that because they know that you are an acceptable person, and they're trying to get people away from you and more to them. And y'all, so on top of that, okay, like I was saying, diagnosed with that, and now even going into therapy and to my psychiatrist, I am been on medication for schizophrenia, which, truthfully speaking, I don't take those medications, because I understand my walk with Christ and what God allows me to do and see and to know, and I will not suppress myself. I will walk in my truth regardless. Now, I know people can say the medication could help. You should do the medication if you need to. That's language is not for me. Because Jesus is the same God who healed a man who was blind for 38 years. No medication that anybody could have created was going to make him unblind. So not only did Jesus heal the blind man who been blind for 38 years, he heals the spiritually blind. And that's my walk. That's my walk. It's things that I'm just able to see, know, and comprehend that only God gave me the information to. And I can't spend my time trying to convince the people around me of the things, or I couldn't. This was back, what was going on. And when I chose to divorce, I said I'm also going to speak up about narcissistic abuse, emotional and mental manipulation that I've been facing, because everybody started looking at me and pointing fingers at me like, see, you are the same person he said you was. There was a specific version of me that was trying to be created into this world. And by me fighting, I was trying to fight for my marriage. I was trying to fight for my place in my own household. Please don't ever do that, ever. And anybody's life. Whoever is watching this, don't ever fight for your place in your household. Whether you fighting for your place to be a child, let that parent go. Let that person go. People are just people. People will let you down. People can be mature. People can be controlled and manipulated and deceived by different spirits that are already into the world, that comes to them to give them something that the Lord has in their spirit for them to already receive. And so, and I know this for a big old fact because the devil came to me personally a couple of times and tried to offer me things. Hey, Quay, I'm going to make you the biggest mental health advocate if you do this. Oh, Quay, if you do these drugs, you're going to understand. Hey, Quay, you're going to do. Y'all, I've always been opposed to drugs. I've never liked drugs. People used to be smoking around me. I could be drinking, but I couldn't smoke. So what I'm saying is, after the age of 25 years old, I was finally able to be deceived into smoking. Because I was on a chase to understand the things that I've been going through mentally and spiritually, and I thought that this would help me. And but that was a lie from the enemy. So why was it that I was able to not smoke for the 25 years of my life? And people would smoke around me all the time, and I would not smoke. And they would want to smoke with me because that's what the world do. They like to smoke. And they'd be like, Quay, you don't want to just one puff, you know? And I'd be like, I'm good on that. Like, I don't smoke. That's okay. But after the age of 25, after I got married, I was smoking. And I only started smoking after I already was looking for other things to help me with my mental health. So I tried CBD. That didn't work. I went in a mental hospital for a week. I was on the medications. Those things didn't work. And then I started smoking, and it did work for a couple of years, or for like a year. The second year, I knew it wasn't working. But I just kept doing it until finally I was able to say, you know what, I want better for myself. You know what, I don't want any counterfeit, nothing. Anything the devil trying to deceive me by, I don't want that. Whether it's this fake marriage that I've been in, and none of this is to talk bad about the guy, because he's the same guy that I fell in love with based off of the things that I thought were true about him. Which those things could be true or it could not be true, but I let it go, and I'm so thankful that I'm able to let it go, to forgive. I forgive him wholeheartedly because I knew the demons that were in my household. So all the times that he was doing what he trying to do while I'm trying to be in the Bible, dropping to my knees, praying, kissing his feet, husband, listen to me, please. It's like he just could not hear me, but the Bible gave me all of the answers that I need, the reasons why I could not be heard by him or anybody else. And I was idolizing him, thinking that he could just be the husband that was for me, but the husband that was for me, I could only find in God. I could only find it in Jesus. I can only say, wow, Jesus understands me. Not only did Jesus understand me, but as I'm reading in the Bible, Matthew, Mark, John, and Luke, I'm seeing the things that Jesus has experienced. Jesus was healing people, and they telling him, you must be possessed. And he was like, how can Satan cast out Satan? If I'm Satan, why would I be healing people? If I'm Satan, wouldn't I be making people sick? And they were like, exactly, y'all. See, he possessed. They couldn't even. And he said, why can't you understand what I'm saying? I know. He said, I tell you the truth why you can't understand what I'm saying. Because I'm following my Father, the God, the big God. You following your Father, the lowercase God. Little G God. And it's just like, It's just so much clarity again that I receive personally, and that's why I want to throw that out there. Whatever walk you on, please know that God can make that way. It don't even matter if you don't have a job today and your bills due tomorrow. Don't stress and say, excuse me. Look, if y'all know, you know. But don't stress and say, I'm not gonna be able to do this. I can't do that. Don't stress, because even when Jesus walked up on the lame man who was crippled, he said, do you want to be healed? The man said, I can't. With God, he can heal you instantly. He can give it to you instantly. With God, you just be asleep and you wake up like, I got it, like SpongeBob. So that's what I want us to know. Us coming up as children of the Lord, as children in the world. Like I said, all my parents are passed away. I cannot depend on my mom to teach me anything, or my dad, or my grandma, and none of those good things. But I can have faith and know that God will teach me, train me, build me, and equip me, and develop me with everything that I need in order to fulfill a life that he already created for me. I don't have to chase and say, God, I want to be a mental health advocate. He already had something in me that told me who I was going to be, and that's what I wake up to be. Okay, so let's get back into it. Y'all, this might gotta be a video of its own, y'all. I be having these words inside of me, and I be having to get it out. So as I woke up and I'm seeing these things, and I said, okay, I'm looking at my phone. I'm seeing all the evidence of stuff in my phone that I already had, you know, been through. And that's the other reason why I create in the manner in which I create, because all the evidence that I need is already there. I just live, and then by the time I'm ready to recreate or kind of express what I have been through, I just pull the evidence and I use that evidence, and I put the words to the picture. Because like I said, God give me the picture. He give me the visions, the dreams, and the words. And I just I match it up. That's how I create. And so that's why I was like, I don't gotta convince nobody the truth. Like, whatever. The truth gonna already be right there. But as I woke up, I'm looking, and I'm just being led. I was led to the point that I started speaking out. As I started speaking out, a girl commented to me and was just like, basically all the things that I was experiencing, and this was already a thing. Everything I was experiencing, it was being told to me that I am doing this to the other person. Oh, you took him away from his friends for a whole year, and you did this, you did that. He was trying to be there for your crybaby self, and just like, it was just some more stuff. But it was just so weird how a person can sit here and tell you a whole bunch of stuff about yourself that they just got, you know. Y'all know how life be having drama. It be drama with stuff. So it was just like, it was just drama. She was coming to me with drama. I'm speaking up about the abuse that I was facing, and she just started popping off to me. And at the time, I just was ready to throw hands, because I'm ready to fight everybody. I don't know what y'all got going on, but I'm sick and tired, and I'm just finna, if y'all don't like me by now, by trying to be a good person, then I dang sure ain't gonna care if you don't like me, because I just was, you know how they say, God, I'm gonna let God do it, because if I have to do it, it was like that. I was to the point where I've been praying, I've been on my knees, I've been doing this, and every time I pray to you, you showing me more and more that I should leave this household. But I didn't want to leave the household. I was resisting. I wasn't trying to be obedient to God. I was trying to do what I wanted, which was stay in my house, make it work with my husband, be a normal, regular little human. But the more I tried to do that, the more it was like, no, that ain't what I got for you. So again, it's not about to be mad about him about anything, or mad for him about anything, because at the end of the day, can't nobody stop what God got for you. And if God wants you to have it, he gonna make sure you get it. And that's my other confidence with what I got going on in life. Whatever God got for me, God, he gonna make sure I get it, for one. And for two, Lord, I come to you with a humble heart, knowing who you are. And I come to you in Jesus Christ's name, Lord. And I ask you to help me, please, to get all the things in this life, in this world, that it is that you have for me. Because without God, I don't have anything to live for. Live for the people of this world? No. That ain't what I got to live for. Live to go to work every day and try to make as much money as possible to go and no. I can't even finish that sentence, because no. I don't want to go to work every day. I've been on my job for 11 years. I know what it feels like to be totally, wholeheartedly committed to the relationship of person, place, job, or money. And even for an example, credit. You spend time building up your credit. It only take a instance to knock all of that down. And now everybody treating you like you never had good credit. You can have a whole bunch of money. As soon as all that money going away, everybody treating you like you never had money. Like you a bum, like you always been begging. You know, like, that's what I'm saying. The illusion of things. The illusion of material things that we can see. Instagram likes. You make a video repping the devil, talking about specific things, that's gonna get a whole bunch of likes and views and reposts and comments. Soon as you talk about something and God delivered you and woke you up when you was blind, and you post that, yeah, it might give a little. People only gonna follow specific things of the world. They not gonna follow things that are true. They don't want to hear that part. They tell you, oh, don't put too much of your business. The only reason I would tell you don't put too much of your business is because you got monitoring spirits that are watching you, so they can go back and report what you doing, so that they can find different ways to knock you off. That's the only reason I would tell you don't overshare. Other than that, go to God. Ask God, what can I share? Because this is the things that I had to learn. I'm like, God, I'm just a truthful, honest person. You can't give everybody truth and honesty. That's what I'm trying to tell you. They're going to find a way to manipulate that and send you messages telling you not to do these things and just etc. So, moving forward from that part, because like I said, I was telling this girl, look, little lady, you've been in my house many times. I seen what my husband had going on. At this point, I got to the point I was leaving the house. So if I know I'm finna leave, I'm with God. God help me endure these couple of months. I'm seeing what he doing, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not finna fight y'all. I'm not finna fight. I was kicking people out the house. I'm like, look, you gotta go. And I was asking him, did you invite this girl over here? Because why is she here? Like, I'm talking about people would show up, knock on the door, or walk in my own house and be like, sit down, open up a beer bottle, roll up and just start watching TV. And I'm like, I'm the one confused, because I live here. I'm the wife, this the husband, this is our house. So, and not even just all of that. Y'all give the details, because I'm like, it literally be in the details of stuff that it leaves you so questionable and confused. But God is not a God of confusion. He's a God that brings order and restoration. So I'm seeing her like, I say, excuse me, did you invite her over here? Because I'm tired of talking to him in private, and then he taking our conversations and manipulating them, and it's just like, okay, if you're not cheating, you're chasing fame, riches, and popularity, and some more stuff. And I don't chase none of those things. I'm just trying to live. So none of this, we're not equally yoked. This don't apply to me. And so I had to get out the way. So he like, you gonna be rude? You gonna say this in front of the company? Yes, because I'll take you in a private behind closed doors and say what's going on. What's going on? I thought we was gonna spend today together, and now a girl shows up here to just chill, and you tell me, Quay, you know she going through stuff. You know she has anxiety and she just, and I'm like, what the world about me, who this is my house and I'm your wife who quote unquote had been diagnosed with anxiety, and you tell everybody, people be like, how do you help Quay with her mental health? Oh yeah, I help her like this. You've never helped me like that. You always help other women like that. Women call him crying all the time, and he be like comforting them, but he never comforted me. So if that creates jealousy, I apologize for being jealous that you're my husband, but you never support me or comfort me or do anything with me. You just do everything with the other women. And then I'm supposed to trust that you are faithful to me. That's why I switched it all over to God. And God showed me, hey, I love you. I've always been here, and I'm a faithful God. In fact, I'm a jealous God myself. I don't want y'all doing this and doing that, because it's going to create the room for other spirits to come in and try to take possession over you when you were mine. I created you. I loved you. I built you. And it's just like, these were the same things I was thinking about my husband. Like, dang, I created this. I built this. I loved him. I do. I'm like, you know what? If I can see these things in God and see what God is telling me, I can actually be happier in myself. And I can forgive him. And I can still love him and just know that I will never, ever, 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 ever put myself back in the situation and back to where God delivered me from. And, etc. So, moving forward, like I said, so women was coming at me, hey, you doing, all your husband tried to do was be there for you. All he told y'all what he was doing was trying to be there for me, but what he was not ever doing in person was actually real life being there for me. And one time I was so hurt because I saw what he did, and I was like, hey, what's going on? How could you, you know how you watching a movie and you be like, girl, you better than me, because I wouldn't know. When your emotion is right there and you searching for the words to say and the way that you feel, and you putting it together and you processing it, it's like you don't even know how you gonna ever act in no situation. So that's why I gotta be still, let go, and let God. Okay, so I'm like, hey, you cheating on me? Like, what? And he looked at me, y'all. He smiled, and I saw his eyes, and I knew I had to go. I saw the devil, and I knew that I had to go. So as I seen that, I said, my bad, you cheated on me, but that's okay. You can have that, you can do what you're doing. I'm the one wrong. I'm gonna go lay down, I shouldn't even be here in the first place. You know what? It's okay. And I went to go lay down. I laid right next to him, and he was like, that's it? You're not going to cause any conflict so that I can be the bigger person and tell everybody what you did? You're not going to destroy the house, and you're not going to go crazy buck wild so that I can be the one that, be like, see, look what Quay doing. So I'm like, you know what? It's okay. I see everything I need to see. And everything that I see is not for me. I had to reassure myself. I'm a beautiful, smart, lovely woman who loves God, who, you know, I don't mean nobody no harm, but at the same time, I'm not no punk. I'm not gonna let nobody pump me. I'm not gonna, you know, I'm gonna stand up for myself. And so because I've been trying to stand up for myself in other ways and areas, matter of fact, I'm gonna let God stand up for me. I did all I can do. I threw it in, baby. The towel, you can have this towel. Matter of fact, I'll fold it up and put it in the closet. You just take it out whenever you need it, when you're ready for it, okay? That's okay. Everything is okay. And I laid back down and he was like, interesting. Like, you know, and he said, oh, well, that took an unexpected turn. I bet you it did take an unexpected turn. It took an unexpected turn for me, too. I didn't even know God had it in me, because I get up, I jumped, I was in the closet to cry. I will always go hide in my closet, because growing up with anxiety and growing up, I could never talk to people. That's why I kept trying to talk to my husband. I'm like, we married. I'm able to do all the things I couldn't do with other people with you, because you're my husband. We're special. This is a special bond. God put us together. But maybe it wasn't God that put us together. Maybe it was me and us that put us together. Or maybe God don't make mistakes. So maybe he allowed us to come together, but God knew both of our hearts purely. Let's just say that. I wanted to say God knew his heart. He saw his heart change. Like, you know, but both of our hearts probably changed. Maybe I was following God a little bit, but I knew I wanted to follow him a lot more, you know. And that's just what it was. So I don't know. Look, you know, I can't give you the human articulation, even if God gives me that information. So I'm like, okay, bet. I lay down. I woke up. I said, you know what? Hey, if I want to start communicating with other men, do you want me to tell you that or not? You know, because like I said, I've always been so honest and truthful. I said, you want me to tell you or not? And he is like, he thought about it. He said, don't tell me. I said, okay. I started and what I was doing, I wanted to be able to communicate with a man in the manner that I wanted to communicate with my husband, but he would always shut me down. And I just started communicating with another man. I did not find any interest. It's like, I know that these are all just so deep information, but it's all over with and it's done, you know. But I didn't find any interest in this man at all, you know. And I'm sure a lot of people can relate, where you just doing something, you just coping, you know. And it's just like, I wouldn't even ask my husband, are you doing this? Like, tell me the truth, you know, what's going on? Because just tell me the truth. I just been trying to be the good wife to you. What's going on? Like, if it's me, then say that and help. Like, you know, talk, communicate. But the other thing is, you making music, you put in my feelings. I communicate. I tell you how I feel. You putting my feelings in your music as if you going through what I'm telling you, what I'm going through, and all the women around you. Dang, who hurt you? Oh, and now they looking at me like I'm doing to you what you actually doing to me. That's what I'm saying. I've been facing impersonation and people trying to steal my identity, or the enemy, the devil, trying to steal my identity. So, you know, it's like, I'm going all into all the details, because I'm explaining the in-depthness of it. So I started communicating with another dude. I didn't want him in real life. I wanted to live in the illusion that everybody else was living in. And I got tired of trying to live in truth all the time. And I was just like, you know what, whatever, I'm about to do this. And like I said, I was fighting these specific spirits. So it's like I started to join in with the spirits, and let them use me. So I'm talking to this dude, you know, whatever. the way I was talking to this dude, you would think I did something with him. I'm not even gonna hold you. I'm gonna be honest. But no, I was never going to do anything with him. I wanted to express myself. I feel like I had a lot of love in me, but I was always being restrained on how I could love my husband because he wouldn't come around and let me love him. And even depriving me of love and sex and stuff like that. And I was so confused. I wouldn't understand what's going on. But every time I look around, you got a lot of people around you, and I'm the one that depart healing. I'm the one crying in the closet while other people and him in the room laughing and having fun. I walked out the room from crying and they drinking and boxing with each other, and I'm just like, hey, what about me? Like, you know, like, it was just so weird, like, you know. And that's why I was trying to communicate with his mom to let her know what was going on. Like, this is what's going on over here. I don't understand, da 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 da. But then after the fact, when I was actually about to get into a physical altercation, I called her. And I called his mom, and she was like, why are you even over there? I was over here because, and now, like, now when you explaining stuff that people acting like it still don't make sense. How you gonna ask me why am I over there? Why you not asking him, why do you keep having other women over here when you know you trying to either wrap up your marriage? Why can't you just wrap up the marriage and then go and do what you gonna do? No. They trying to kick me out the way, but like, you know, he trying to kick me out the way without telling me, you know what, this ain't working out. I just need, because I want to live like this, you want to live like that, and I don't want to be that type of husband to you, like, you know. But having everybody else think that he is the one that communicate good and it's just me. Maybe he was unaware, y'all. So, you know, again, I'm not upset. I'm gonna share my story. Not only am I gonna share my story, but I'm gonna walk in my truth. I know all the things I had to heal from. And if I have ever done anything manipulative, I ask God for the sense of awareness to show me, to help me to not be a manipulative person, because I grew up with people trying to manipulate me. But I don't feel that I was ever that type of person to be like, you know how they say hurt people, and people will hurt you in the way that they've been hurt. I don't ever think I've been that specific type of person to take the things that people have done to me to do that to other people. I have not started experiencing that until this year, and I'm 28 now. So this was the year that I finally kind of started to experience that. And I experienced that with my current boyfriend. And I call him my fellowship partner because, y'all, we be in the word. We be trying to live in truth. And, like, we focus on God for sure versus focusing on a relationship with each other. And that's the reason how I got to the point of hurt people. I'm like, look, please excuse me, but this is the way that I feel right now. I'm not trying to hurt your feelings by not being a person that you might view me to be, but I'm done being that person. I'm done being anybody that anybody views me to be. I don't want to be nothing to nobody. I just want to be Quay. If you like Quay, then that's good for both of us. If you don't, then I can assure you, you won't see me for long, because I'll skedaddle up out of here and just be okay with just living in God. And I was trying to make fleeing a toxic trait. So that's what I'm saying. I grew up feeling abandoned. I wasn't trying to just abandon you every time something get hard. But if I'm trying to heal from specific manipulations, I'm not going to put aside nothing how I feel no more. I'm going to conquer through my feelings even if I got to talk to you later. And I'm not abandoning you. I will talk to you later, even if it takes me a couple of days to get this figured out. And if you can have the ability and the strength to trust that's how I really feel, that I feel the things that I really verbalize, then we can make something happen. It's just going to take a lot of patience and time. And my boyfriend tell me all I am is patient and time if I'm living. And I'll be like, yes. So, that's the other part of my testimony. We'll get into how Jesus literally manifests through my fellowship partner, y'all, my boyfriend. But going back over there a little bit to the other side of the story, like I said, I seen the demon in his eyes when I was just like, this is what you're doing? Okay, bet, I'ma leave. So when I made the decision I'm gonna leave, I was still trying to make sure my husband didn't still want me, because like I said, I still loved him real good. Despite what I was really facing, I was just like, but God, I just love him, you know what? You know. But I was just like, I'm gonna do my own thing even still, because I don't care no more. It is what it is. And part of me was like, I gotta F it up. I gotta mess it up real good, because I can never come back here. And you know, so part of me was just like, you can't never come back here, because I told him, I don't know what differences we have going on right now, but I will give you some space. I will go for a couple of months and I'll come back. And I said, I'm coming back and get my man. I love you, baby. I'm coming to get you back. He was like, okay. So that's when I saw him communicate with other women. Oh, Quay gonna be gone between these days and these days. Then you can come over here. I'm like, what? Y'all, when I tell you it was so many different women, it wasn't like one specific woman that, it was so many women. It was women at his job, women here, there, and everywhere. And it's like, clearly he looking for something. Like, every time I asked him for reassurance, I'm thinking it's just us. We gonna reassure each other of stuff, you know, so we can get through it. Quay, you reassure yourself. Like, I'm getting yelled at. Here go another woman come crying. Oh, you just need to take a deep breath, breathe, relax. I'm like, what? You don't never tell me none of those things. I have to tell myself everything that I need. But I understand. I understand a little bit more now, y'all. Also, I don't know, the world got a specific view of relationships, but God got a view of relationships. So guys, we gonna get into all of that. But anyway, like I said, I saw the demon in him, and then I accepted the demon in me. That's what I'm trying to get to. I accepted the demon in me, communicate with other men to solidify that. And then as I was looking through my phone, I saw that demon in my own eyes, y'all. My face looked weird. I was so skinny. I was losing so much weight. And at first I was crying to God about all the weight that I was losing. I was crying to him about the things that was going on, but at the same time I'm still doing things in the territory of the demons, giving them access to me and my body. Then like the drugs and stuff like that. So then I saw the demons in my eyes as I was waking up. The demons that I was just rebuking. And I went in my phone. I saw the demons in my phone. And it was just like, I was like, okay, I rebuked that demon for one. And it was just solidification to me of where I was at. And oh my God, it's just, now I'm to the point where I'm like, okay, how else do I say, what else? And maybe that's the end of it, but I just say I seen the demon, the same demon I seen it inside of myself by going back looking at my pictures and you know, whatever the case is. But at the same time, God knew I was yearning for him, and the demons knew I was yearning for God as well, and that's the reason they try to continue to hold on to me as long as possible, as tight as possible. But the word of the day, again, it says that there is nothing too hard for God. And like, we might be going through specific things, and we think God can't help us, but he can help us. He wants to help us, because he wants to show you who he is. Like, the way that I was communicating with these other men, I communicated with one other man, and then one other man after that man. But this is how that communication was. So like I already just said, I was communicating with one man. as I was trying to talk to my husband, he kept shutting me down all the time. And I would drop to my knees and pray and be like, God, you gotta help me. And then finally, when I felt like that wasn't working, I tried to talk to my husband. He shut me down. I picked up my phone so hard, and I was texting so hard. I was like, like, you know, I was so hurt. And that's what was driving me to communicate with this other man. I was just trying to be loved. I was trying to love. All my parents passed away. I could not get any understanding. I couldn't get any grace, any room to mourn, any time to cope. All of this stuff was happening while all at the same time. And I keep trying to tell my husband, can't you see what's going on here? Can't you see what's really happening? So I left my husband 3 months after my mom died. So if my mom died and I'm your wife, why aren't you sitting with me on the couch, you know, allowing me to cry with tissues to say, I love my mom, I miss my mom? Like, I was never giving the time that I needed to be a human. And it was just like, I was still the one wrong for acting all the ways that I was acting, even though there was so much provoking me to act all those ways. And I still was never acting as big and bad and bold as I could have been, because that was never my character. This character that y'all are being told is a character that's trying to be created out of me. And I would not stand for anything to drive me, to manipulate me, to deceive me, to illustrate my life other than God. Even though I still got to that place that it started to do those things. But God, when it say he truly knows you, your heart and your mind, he see what it is that caused you to do the things that you did when it was bad. And he loves you even through it. Because he knows. All I can say is he knows. And God don't need you to change you. He needs you to let him be God. He needs you to chill, sit back, relax. Take some time to rest in his spirit. Take some time to cry and mourn. Take some time to be a human and let him be God. So again, everything that I was facing in that marriage, and that's why this is so important to me, because I'm like, God, why every time I turn my camera I keep on talking about that? I ain't trying to talk about that, like, I'm trying to. But it's so many important things that it led my story to be what it needed to be. The devil thought he was using me, but God was using him. You know what I'm saying? People around you think they using you. Do everything that you doing for God. Don't complain. God, he not doing this. He ain't doing that. Matter of fact, complain. Give them complaints to God. Write them complaints down and give it to God. Put it in the envelope and say, to God, from me. Because you told me, God, that you love me. God, you cannot have me alive on this earth for this. God, I need you to show me why you created me. God, why did I have to face all those people dying, spirit of suicide trying to get me to kill myself? Why am I alive? In my marriage, I was in a room beating my head, trying to smash my head in. Why? He outside playing with other women outside the door of the room in the same house that we supposed to be married in. I'm in a room trying to hurt myself. Everybody calling him, oh, you're such a great man. What? I'm the problem? Well, I'll pack all my bags and I'll get up out of here. And you'll never have to see me ever again in my life. Quay, you so petty. That's your problem. What? You know what? You know what? God, you better get over here and help me. God. Like, you know, this was real. This was real. So when I get on the internet and I share this stuff, can't nobody tell me how much to share that. Yeah, Quay, if you don't share all of this, cause you know what, any voice that anybody think that they have towards me, they don't. I just had to put that right where it belongs. I can't care not one thought that anybody has towards me when I know who I am. I know who I am in Christ, and I know the things that I do and why I do and who I'm doing it for. All my life I had to fight. All my life I had to heal from things that was hurting me. How can you tell, how can a person be able to abuse a child and tell that child to shut up? And that child go to school and you at school and you don't know, you're just trying to tell people what's going on with you, but you're not allowed to share the business of the household. That's rule number 1. What about the things, so y'all, okay, I could just die, and then after I die, y'all gonna share my story and be like, oh, you know what? She killed herself because she was facing all of this stuff. I was reaching out before all of that stuff, but I could not allow the spirit of suicide win over me when I know better. I know because God is with me. So again, a moment of encouragement. No matter what you're going through, know that God is with you. Know He's going to bring you through it. Know that in this journey is so many little beautiful things, even though it may not look like it, because you're facing something big, but God is bigger. So I had all of these things in my spirit when I woke up, and hopefully I can insert some clips. And if I don't insert no clips, I will still continue to share my journey, and not even just share my journey, but God is, after I get done with my testimony, it's like, oh no, when my testimony is finished and I'm walking through the things that come after that, then it's just like, oh, look at Quay. Like, you know, it's back to that. But it's like, I would never in my life forget what God has brought me through. Even right now, I got my own place. I got my own car. I got my own money. I'm finna go on vacation. Y'all, I'm living my life now. I'm not sitting in a room waiting for no man to take me out for a wedding anniversary to show me I'm special. God has been doing, He's been providing for me. He's been doing all that stuff that I was expecting my husband to do. That's why God is my husband. And my next husband, God is going to be in my husband for sure. And He's gonna be, God is gonna be the God in the sky that says, I put y'all together. And He's gonna be the God inside of me that gives me the way to love my husband. And He gonna be the God inside of my husband to be the way to love me. And He gonna be the Holy Spirit in the atmosphere, that no matter where we walk, or where I walk alone, or where He walk alone, that all things get out the way, so that He can be the God that He is in my life. That's just what it is. And so, man, while I was with my husband, we living in his mama house. We using his mama car. His mama paying the bills. My husband was never being a husband. It was all an illusion that I was going with. Half illusion that I created, half dream that was sold to me that I bought. We paid a price for everything that we do. You bought that? You bought into that? this is what you're going to pay. You're going to pay your life in this manner to have this dream, this illusion of this vehicle, of this job, of this marriage, of this friendship. The price that you pay with this friendship is pretending, is not being able to actually confide into them. And it remind me of another friendship I had. The girl kept trying to take all my little boyfriends. I'm like, dang, how you not, you ain't, come on now. We ain't supposed to be doing that. Especially if it's a guy I really like. You ain't supposed to be going behind my back talking to the guy. But see, that's my problem. I be so in la land because I don't be trying to be intimidated by stuff. But I know what should be happening. If we real friends and you talking about me behind my back, but it don't really hurt my feelings, and I don't act hurt, but you know, you kind of make it seem like you sorry about it, so I forgive you, but you really not sorry, you'll do it again. I had to learn, like, girl, stop. But just relax. Leave them folks alone. Folks just gonna be folks. They gonna folk. That's all they gonna do, folk. And it's like, back to the story, and even the ex-husband, Quay, you just being insecure. How are you creating all these things in my environment, and as soon as I speak up about it, you telling me I'm insecure? The problem is I'm so secure within myself that I allow all these things to happen. Not because I want you around so bad that I don't see what's going on. I see what's going on, but I was choosing the illusion over the truth. I was choosing, my husband would never do that to me, over the truth. Girl, that's what he really doing to you. And I'm like, okay, look, we need to sit down and talk about it. I ain't no sitting down and talk about nothing. Delete all that. So I was gonna delete it, like, you know, I was gonna delete that whole household. Not like, you know, I wasn't gonna try to unalive nobody, but I was really self-destructing. I was gonna destruct. I was a ticking time bomb. Everything was gonna blow up. But I just had to make a different decision. I said, you know what? God, I'm leaving. And then I said, I was talking to the little boy. I was texting. Hey, man. The boy was like, how are you? He didn't really understand either. I said, look, man, I'm just trying to communicate words to you. Just relax. And he like, yeah, but are you trying to be with me? But sir, didn't I just tell you what I'm trying to do? Why are you not doing it right either? Nobody was doing nothing right. Nobody's doing it right. So I left that situation alone with the boy. I started talking to the other dude, and the other dude I was talking to, I said, look, hey, I just need a phone friend, okay? I just need a phone buddy because I'm going through a lot of stuff. Like, mama damn died, dogs died, I'm divorcing my husband, but I don't leave until 2 weeks. So I need somebody that I can talk to, and because I face so much stuff in this house. Every day I was waking up facing something. I'm talking about, y'all, even my phone buddy would tell you, I wake up 4 o'clock in the morning, take the dogs out. That's the other thing. My dog had diabetes. I'm taking care of my dog, peeing in the house every 5 seconds, giving her insulin shots. My dog deteriorating in front of my eyes, you know, and I'm trying to do all that stuff. And so I wake up, catch my husband in the bed with another woman. So it's just like, I saw him. Here it is what I'm saying. I don't be reacting. I really don't be caring, because at the end of the day, I know God is in me. He always been in me, and truth is in you. When you get truth, you free. You know what I'm saying? So anytime I was ever faced with a lie, I get mad because of, why are you lying? That's what's hurting my mind and my mental health. Lies. Be honest. Be truthful. And you the opposite of me in real life. So what's really going on? How did we connect? because we the opposite. We the same but the opposite. But I come downstairs, catch my husband in bed with another woman, all cuddled up. I woke him up. I said, get this girl out this bed. Get her out this bed. Y'all, he even went to pick the girl. My husband did not care. He was just like I'm an honest person. He was very bold in his actions. He was honest in his actions, but not honest in his language to me. He picked this girl up, brought her to the house, because they working. They doing studio stuff. They doing music. So they all in the bed sleep. She all on my husband. I'm looking at them smiling. Like, this is a shame. Like, I never in my life thought I would ever have to experience this in my life. So I woke him up, get this girl out this bed. He got her out the bed. I didn't even cause no hoop, no holler. Nobody didn't even hear about this story. They heard about the other stuff because of the other reasons, you know. So he take the girl home. He get back. He in the room chilling. I was making jokes about it. I'm over here. He was in the bed. I'm standing up in front of the bed. Like I said, up and jump in the bed, go woo 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 woo. Like I'm just joking because I don't care no more. It is what it is. Like you are who you always been. You telling your folks, Quay has been doing nothing but trying to communicate to you. You've been doing all that other stuff with these other women and other stuff. Like, you know. So anyway, y'all, that's my big old story. I did not expect to have to speak about all of this stuff like this morning. But when I woke up, it was in my spirit, like God showing me where he delivered me from, you know. And it was just like like I said, I seen that demon in that dude, but I never seen the demon in myself. You know, I knew the demon was near me. I knew I've been fighting, but there were specific things that the devil kept coming to me about. He kept promising me stuff, like promising me things. I'm like, I don't need, get out of my face, bro. You know? And then it was other little stuff, like my husband was gonna set me up on OnlyFans. It's like, okay, well, you leaving, I'll still help you try to make some money. You know, and my OnlyFans was gonna be, I was gonna communicate with men for money. Not even like just, I don't know what other, you know how they really be doing it on OnlyFans. I was going to mental health help men for money. So that's the other way the devil trying to use me with my my mental health stuff that I be doing. So let me show y'all. Y'all. Let me show y'all. This is my logo. There's some slight, just like I just got in my bedroom. I think I got the picture frame from like Dollar Tree. And I just put this here. Mental health logo. So it's like the devil seeing who God was creating me to be, or who I was created or to be or called to be. And he like kept trying to get at me. And like I said, my husband like, oh, well, I'll help you do this. Make you an OnlyFans. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna talk to men for money. I dress real cute, you know. I was just gonna look cute, do the part, and you know, create my background. And it was like visions was coming to me like, oh, this gonna be a good idea, you gonna make some money, girl. But I'm like, I don't need no money. Like, get all of this stuff out of my face. Like I said, everything was dying around me. And it was just like, that's not who I wanted to be. I wanted to be a regular, normal girl who was just married to my husband. Living life, you know. I didn't want to text that dude so hard. I didn't want to communicate with other men. I didn't want none of those things to happen. It just kept happening. Like, you know, stuff kept happening around me. And I just feel like I got no choice but to, you know, just whatever. But after I left, how do you say it? I eventually, about a couple months. I left in January. I left in February. March, April, May, June. By June, I stopped smoking. By July, maybe, or August, I stopped drinking. I stopped having sex. I had sex with my boyfriend. Y'all be telling me a little bit. I had sex with my boyfriend, y'all, but I was just like, I don't even want to do this. Like, why did I do this? I did it because I was like, I waited to get married to have sex. I'm not waiting no more. Y'all, I didn't care. And that's why my husband's friends don't like me, because it really looked like I was treating him bad. But I stopped caring. I didn't give up. I didn't care no more. I'm not trying to be a good wife no more. I'm not trying to be a good person no more. I'm not trying to be nothing to nobody no more. I'm going to do the things that I felt that I wanted to do, even if it was a sin, you know. But I feel like to go ahead and carry out my sins, it just kind of, it showed me things about myself, for one. For two, it gave God a way to really correct my heart and my actions, I feel. So it's like, even when we walk in sin, that's what I want to tell somebody. That's okay that you had sinned, you know. Do you really want to get better? Do you really want, you know, do you really want to follow God, or do you really want to sin? Which one? Okay, I don't want to sin. I want to follow God. Then, okay, just confess that out of your mouth and allow God to help you and walk with you. You know, you're going to make some mistakes. You might backslide. That's what it's called, backsliding. When you walking with God and you go backwards. But He can help you. You know, just be honest. Honest with yourself. And have you a friend you could be honest with too. And so, like I said, I did fall into the trap. I started doing those things. But I stopped doing drugs. I stopped smoking, drinking. I don't have sex. I stopped cursing. I stopped listening to music. I stopped being on the internet. You know, I just started doing all the stuff that I just started giving God more access to me. I was reading my Bible more and more and more and more and more and more and more. Writing more and more and more. And creating from what God told me. The devil told me, oh, do you on OnlyFans? Oh, do this. The devil gonna tell you to do something that's already there. When you're working with God, it's gonna be hard too, because with God, you creating something that nobody has ever seen or heard or even thought that you would be the one to do it. And so, y'all see how my little video is right now? It's just my little face right here, all up in the camera. But I don't care. I don't have to throw on a cute outfit. Look at this. Sweating and stuff. Telling my truth. I don't have to throw on no cute little outfit, my makeup, and sit in front of the camera. Because all I'm speaking is truth. You're going to either hear me, see me for what it is, or not. But guess what? I also don't care if it's people that don't see me for what it's not. Because everybody has their life they're going to live. And God going to show you. And the other reason God allowed these things to happen with my ex-husband, because God will still show him that I am God. I am your God. That money, that popularity, those women, those things are not your God. Just like He showed me, your husband is not your God. Your parents are not your God. The job is not your God. Money is not your God. Fame is not your God. Influencing is not your God. Your business is not your God. I'm your God. I am. I'm the God of I am. Stop playing with God. I'm talking to myself. Because you ain't listening. But yeah, so that's, y'all, I got my whole testimony out there. Wow. But that's it, y'all. This is me. My name is Quay. And I'm a beautiful young woman who love God, who love Jesus, who love the Holy Spirit, who love truth, I'm alive because God said so. If it was up to me, I would not be alive. I'm gonna be honest, because I don't care. I don't care about this world. I don't care about this stuff these people talking about all the time. All things are temporary. Everything gonna die. God, but at the end of the day, thank you, Holy Spirit, because God know how I get. At the end of the day, God is recreating His world daily, and that's why He need people like us who not gonna care to walk with the world, but to walk with Him, so that we can give Him a chance to recreate us, for one. Because I'm breaking things off of not just myself, not just my bloodline, but for my generations and my peers. We're breaking through these generational curses of all things, that's been going on. Same problems my mama been facing. You people lying on you, doing this and that. They doing it to me now, mama. Dang. At one time I thought it was you. I thought it was my mama. I said, Mama, why every job you go to, these folk, why you think these people acting like that towards you? They really did not like my mama, because my mama looked good, smelled good, and dressed good, and had her stuff real nice and good. And people be hating, people be jealous, people just be mad, just like they was with Jesus. But y'all, my camera finna die. If you love this talk and you love the real and you just want to be a part of my journey, see me grow with me, then do that, okay? You know where to find me. You know what to do. So do that. And I love y'all, and I will talk to y'all later. Y'all have yourself a super califragilistic expialidocious day today. Don't let nobody play with you. Don't play with God. Don't play with yourself. Get up and do what you need to do. Even if it don't look like what you thought it was going to look. You took a step. That's all that matters. Okay? Love you. Talk to you later. Bye.
Yeah.
It's me.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm back.
Yeah.
Quake on the beat. Yeah, you in your head too deep, and you can't be me, cause you tripping on your own beat. Are some mental clarity. Get you in up, yeah. No, baby girl, I don't eat chicken, but if you got some salmon, let me get it. I don't search for Millie, I want righteous, big God in my pocket. I saw my dreams, I like it. He called me and told me I'm a rocket.
Hop on the jet when I land, see I got a plan that bad that make you excited, and you were jealous when that showed that anything goes, and I know that you ain't never like me. Mental health trapping when I walk in the building, look quick, eating something expensive. Take out that shit, they killing your vision.